we should be good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lioncast 9. Leading up to the Lion Pride Arm Wrestling League 2 event in Vienna in May. We have two very special guests today. First, I will introduce the blue side, as always. This man is a third place finisher in the junior category in the EAF European Championships, in the WAF World Championships. He's also a former Serbian senior and junior national champion. Ladies and gentlemen, big applause for Veljko Petrovic, coming from Team Ken Opener. They have a very cool name. Their team has a very cool name. His opponent is a big social media star when it comes to arm wrestling. If you have ever opened your Instagram and watched any footage of arm wrestling, you must have seen this guy working out hard, training, making handles, and cooperating with Mazurenko, testing their new stuff. He is also a former Polish vice national champion and winner of multiple Polish national cups. Ladies and gentlemen, big applause for, I will say it right, brother. Viachaslau Kuksa. On his side, Paulina, his girlfriend, she will be translating for him today. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Good job, brother. Good job. Good job. Oh man. It was beautiful. I saw it when it was 4 days ago, 3 days ago.
It was on Friday, so today's 1, 2, 3, 5 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
How was everything planned? I mean, with you set up the cameras and everything. He told you that he wants to, let's say, surprise you with something else, or how was everything? How did he plan everything?
Aleksa pyta się, jak to wszystko zaplanowaliśmy, jak ustawiłeś kamery i jak to wszystko miało mieć miejsce.
Okej, no powiedz prosto, chciał zrobić surprise w takim otwartym miejscu na przyrodzie, ładnym.
He just wanted to surprise me at some beautiful place in the nature because it was my dream to get proposed in such a place, and because it was his birthday upcoming, he said it's going to be birthday picnic, and I was thinking that maybe something will happen, but honestly it was a big surprise for me, so he just told me to turn around and then he was on his knee.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I saw it. It was really beautiful. Me and my wife, we sadly don't have videos of it, but with something similar like this, she also didn't want to do it publicly. So just for the people who don't know, Kuksa proposed to Paulina 5 days ago. They are now getting closer to a marriage, let's say.
Yeah.
Veljko, are you married, brother?
No, brother, no. No yet, but maybe in future.
Veljko, you are a unbelievably talented superstar from Serbia, getting noise in the last 2 years, getting more, let's say, seen by the Serbian arm wrestling scene, than going international last year and doing a phenomenal job with your team. Then you visited us here in Vienna after the Europeans. Did a really amazing. This year's nationals, you were not feeling good. We were just talking about it before Kuksa joined, and you went to the nationals with temperature, with not in a good condition, let's say, and you just pulled your left arm, and then you went home. tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, I did not feel good. I had temperature and I was feeling very, very weak, but I decided to go. Left hand was a really strong category in seniors. So I think I was fourth or fifth place on that category. And I decided not to fight with right because I didn't feel so good. I will try to training now for this super match, and I feel very, very good now.
I'm just translating.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's great. It's great. It's great. So now the question for Kuksa. I don't want to call you Kuksa, brother. Kuksa is your last name. How can we call you? What's the best way to call you?
Jak możecie mówić?
Kuksa.
A,
Yeah?
że nie
Okay.
chcę mówić Kuksa, że to twoje nazwisko.
Not problem. Kuksa, great nickname, great last name.
Okay, great. So you guys went somewhere and pulled some matches 2 weeks ago, I think. What was that?
Mówi, że 2 tygodnie temu gdzieś byliśmy i mieliśmy jakieś mecze. Co to było?
2 tygodnie temu miał vendetty z najsilniejszymi chłopakami we Wrocławiu.
2 weeks ago he had vendettas with 2 strongest boys in our town in Wrocław.
Bo mamy swój ranking z najlepszych i to była walka o pierwsze miejsca.
Because some time ago, like a few months ago, we created a ranking of the strongest people in our town in this area, and there were top 1 on left and right, and Slava won with both of them.
So you're the strongest guy in your town, eh?
Yeah.
That's great.
Jesteś
When
najlepszy
are
w tym mieście.
AWC coming soon? When are the Polish nationals coming?
Mówi, że niedługo będą te zawody w Warszawie, kiedy są Mistrzostwa Polski.
W ten sam dzień Mistrzostwa Polski, dlatego my wybrali jechać na AWC zamiast Mistrzostw Polski.
The Polish nationals are going to be on exact the same day, so this year we decided to skip them, also because of the location, because it's so far from us, and we will go to Warsaw this weekend and try to pull there.
Okay. Brother, your style is very open. Please be healthy. This man is preparing a long time for it.
Okay. Bardziej jadę się po prostu sprawdzić z atletami z WAF-u i spędzić czas.
He said we just want to have fun there and check ourselves with WAF athletes.
Yeah. So let's clear some things up, okay? So Poland last couple of years, let's say, don't miss information, is not in WAF, not pulling Europeans and Worlds because of various reasons. Now this year coming back with Jakub Janci, and he is like the new president of Polish Association, getting athletes first. It was only his club. Now he getting more athletes in touch to pull for the nationals, and then going to Europeans and to Worlds. I got a lot of messages from people from IFA telling me, why can I not compete? Kuksa is competing, he was IFA, and so on and so on. So we basically cleared everything up with the documents, with the WAF, and Paulina and Kuksa are officially WAF athletes, so this is out of the way. Also, what I wanted to talk, but let's start with Veljko. Veljko, can you please tell us how did you first come in touch with the sport of arm wrestling? Because now, when I see you, you got much bigger than I know you 2 years ago. But when I saw you 2 years ago, you looked like a regular guy, not like huge arms, nothing, but your tendons were always still. How did you get your tendons and your elbows so strong? Did you do something before from sports? And how did you come in touch with arm wrestling first time?
After arm wrestling, I trained football, and I was just a normal guy. Never go to gym, never do calisthenics or something more. Until I met my friend Alexander Stankovic. Then I started to train with him. I think I trained like 5 years until now.
So you started straight with arm wrestling?
Yes. Then I start go to gym, do some exercise at home, and I start with national championship 2022. I think it was my first national championship, and after that I go to European championship, and I won 3rd place, I think. For me, then it was amazing. It was my 2nd tournament, and I did very, very good job. I wasn't expect that in that time.
When we see you, when we pull with you, or when other people pull with you in the competition, you are, and now we will give some information to Kuksa, but nothing's crazy. You are very, let's say, you're not loading, you're not doing anything, you are just grabbing. You're setting your position, you're doing your, best to get everything you need in the setup, but you are very, very relaxed, so you can explode from the go.
I think that's genetics. I have a really good start and good feeling when a referee needs to say ready go. And I
timing.
think that's very hard to train.
Yeah, it's very hard to train. It's very hard to train. It's also in boxing and in other sports, a lot of people are like, how can I train speed? How can I train precision and stuff like this? But this is a gift, I think, that also comes like strength. Everybody is the strongest. Some people are just crazy strong, and this is their gift. I think your gift is to be very precise in your attack and very smart, of course, and the timing and the speed is a big point for you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Kuksa, how did you start? So first, many people maybe don't know this, but you are not born in Poland. When did you come to Poland? Where are you originally from, and how did you come first time in touch with the sport of arm wrestling?
Okay. Przyjechałem z Białorusi już praktycznie 5 lat temu. 12 lat trenowałem kalistenikę i tylko później skończyłem karierę kalisteniki i przeszedłem do arm wrestlingu.
He came to Poland almost 5 years ago. He's originally from Belarus, but his father was from Poland as well, so he has some roots here. And before arm wrestling, he was doing calisthenics street workout for 12 years before getting into arm wrestling.
Też startowałem na mistrzostwach świata w kalistenice, ale później z czasem po prostu cały czas mnie bardzo ciekawił arm wrestling, tylko ja nie mogłem go trenować jednocześnie z kalisteniką. Dlatego jak już skończyłem z kalisteniką, całkowicie od razu wszedłem w arm wrestling.
When he was training calisthenics, he came to a point where he was at World Championships, taking place in finals. And he was also always into arm wrestling. He was always curious about how the fights are, but he couldn't train calisthenics and arm wrestling at the same time because you might not know, but Slava didn't do like basic calisthenic stuff. He was freestyle athlete. He was doing dynamic moves,
Wow.
260. He was first person in Poland ever. He didn't say that, but I have to brag about it. He was first person in Poland who did 720. So like, turn around yourself 2 times in the air and there catch the bar. So
Whoa,
yeah,
crazy.
he was wild. And yeah, he was also interested in arm wrestling. He always liked it, but he never trained it because he just, couldn't do it at the same time. So when he finally skipped calisthenics, he went all into arm wrestling. And it was like 3 years ago.
Tak. I tak wyszło, że jak zacząłem trenować armwrestling, kalistenika nie dała mi dużo siły w samym armwrestlingu. Tak jak po pierwszym pół roku zajęć my pojechali na zawody i ja tam przegrałem amatorem w kategorii do 85 kg.
Even though he was doing calisthenics for so long, it didn't make him super strong in arm wrestling, because after first 6 months of trainings of arm wrestling training, when he went to his first competition, he lost to everyone. They beat his ass like amateurs in 80 kilo category.
I ja zrozumiałem, że do armwrestlingu trzeba podchodzić bardzo profesjonalnie i zacząłem trenować jego już bardzo, bardzo powiedzmy profesjonalnie i przy tym wszystko nagrywać, pokazując i promując arm wrestling na całym świecie.
And after they beat his ass on the first competition, he understood that he really needs to take this sport seriously, that he needs to work on his technique to find his weak points. He started work on that and record everything to show the people the process of him becoming stronger and also to promote the sport.
I po roku już zajął drugie miejsce na Mistrzostwach Polski Amatorów i od razu wybrałem przejść do pro. No i po roku w pro wygrałem Puchar Polski, a po 1,5 roku zostałem wicemistrzem Polski.
So after first year, he became like Polish championship, but in amateur class. Then year after, he became the Polish Cup champion. And 1.5 years later, he became vice-champion of Poland on the pro nationals.
So basically, after he lost his first competition, he transformed to Kuksa we know today and started training.
Yeah,
Crazy.
No tak, z 68 kg zacząłem ważyć 93.
Yeah, when he was doing calisthenics, he was 68 kilos. He was about my weight. He didn't have any body fat, and now he's almost 95. So
Why he put a long sleeve t-shirt? Well, his sleeves so he can show his forearms here. No, crazy muscles, crazy muscles. Veljko, show your forearms, brother. Your forearms nothing special, but very long, very long. But this guy is only tendons from steel. I was laughing while you were talking because I'm reading the comments here from the Serbian guys and and Lakicevic, right? Marko Lakicevic, he was the first in Veljko's category this year's nationals. He right, Veljko, the father, So when somebody is good in Serbia, you say like father. And Jovan Radovic writes grandfather.
Ojciec też taki długi był.
Nie, to jest jakiś taki dobry anonimowy Serbii, się śmiejemy, jak jakieś komentarze pisał, tylko rozumiem.
It's not international joke. It's like national joke in Serbia.
To jest, jakby nie zrozumiał tego żartu, bo to jest szalik narodowy Serbii.
So they are just now writing in the comments, so they come together, two clubs to train. I think Veljko will probably not be able to drive all the way because he lives South Serbia down in the, let's say, I don't want to say main clubs, but let's say the Warriors club. Veljko, can we say that Warriors is the strongest club in Serbia?
Yes, I think we can say that.
They are in Belgrade, so for him, it will take like 3 hours to Belgrade to train with them. So I probably he will stay at his club, which is also excellent, very very strong club with super big talents. And but I don't think that they have a style which Kuksa has in his club. You have somebody who pulls like this open with some locks, Veljko, or no?
I don't think so. No.
It's very specific. Did the Kuksa pull from the beginning like this, or did he start different and then developed in this open style top roll, or let's say King's move with the locks and being able to hold and turning his body and let's say some advanced stuff, let's say, which a lot of people don't even understand.
Czy ty od początku trenowałeś tak, w sensie, że walczyłeś na szerokim kącie, czy później się nauczyłeś takiego zaawansowanego swojego stylu typowego walki?
Tak naprawdę po prostu z czasem ja zacząłem czuć, że jestem w tym bardzo dobry i moje kilogramy od razu byli tam bardzo duże. Myślę, że to przez to, że ja bardzo dużo trenowałem na gimnastycznych kółkach i od tego miałem bardzo silne, szerokie kąty i ścięgna na szerokich kątach. A później...
So he, with the time, when he was pulling with people, he started to realize that he's strong in this angle, and he started to slowly, get into it. When he started to do exercise on wide angle, he realized that since the very beginning, he has like big kilograms there. And he thinks the reason why is that like this is because he was training not only calisthenics on a bar, but also on gymnast rings. So he had his arms really wide. He could do planche, Maltese, like many figures that require you to have super almost straight hands and hold your whole body. And he was working out like that for a long time. So that's we think it comes from there.
Тому ja czuję siebie tam bardzo komfortnie, czuję, że mam tam siłę, mogę nad tym tam pracować i jeszcze myśleć, coś zmieniać. A później jeszcze dodatkowo to na mnie wpłynął devonlarratt. Ja zaczął po prostu rozumieć, co robi on i to samo trenować, używać i mi po prostu to zadziałało.
He feels really confident in this position. He feels like he don't have to just, sit there and wait for things, but he can't control, he can't take action because it's very comfort place for him. And also devonlarratt was inspiration for him in this because he was looking at the way he fights and he was learning. Slava is he's watching and listening to so many people. He's taking their advices, looking the way to train and taking only the best of the best for himself.
It's great. That's great. That's great. Really, some stuff that he does, I think, are very good for when it comes to super match arm wrestling. But on the other side, we have Veljko, who is very fast, very precise. I think the biggest problem for Veljko will be that he did not have such a style to train with or to pull with.
Yes.
And it will be very new, to him as well. But how do you see, Veljko, how do you see this match going and how do you see you ending this match, let's say? Veljko.
Check those. You ask me.
Yeah.
I think first 2 rounds will go very fast. But if I not be able to finish him, I think
you want to finish in one hit.
Yes. But I think when I attack, he will be in defense position and I will have to press him probably.
But if he manages to let's say stop you and keep his pronation, are you able to press without your hand as well?
I think I can.
You have very long arms, so this can be something that can work good for you. Yeah.
I think it's going to be good fight and very interesting fight.
I think it's going to be very tactical match. I think you're gonna play chess a little bit. If it's
I think I have more experience in tournaments than him, but he's awesome.
Że on jest,
Co że kažeš?
Athlete.
że jesteś niesamowitym sportowcem.
Thanks.
Kuksa, you said I spoke with you already about it, and
Już tu o tym.
I told you that, or let's say you also watched footage, and I told you how Veljko pulls.
Mówiłem ci,
He can come very close with his arm. This is the benefits when you don't have like huge arms. You can come very close.
Nie ma dużych ramion,
Angles are very tight.
wierzyć.
I asked you what your plan is,
Jaki jest twój plan?
and can you please tell us what your plan is for against an opponent who pulls so tight, who has very strong cup, and who can come very close to his body and maybe pull you to his side, attack front, but then pull you to his side and maybe open your arm to a point where you stretch out, but then you stop. What is your scenario in your head? How will the match develop? Let's say best case scenario for you, and then if something goes wrong, how will you change?
Jak ty zamierzasz walczyć z daleko, jako osobą, która walczy bardzo blisko, może wejść w hak, przynieść się na swoją stronę, powiedz jaki jest twój najlepszy scenariusz, a jeżeli coś pójdzie nie tak, jak to naprawisz, to nie mów super szybko, że mogę przyznać.
Okay.
Before he starts, let's give a round of applause for great translations here.
Very good translate. Okay. Przede wszystkim ja chcę bardzo zrobić fajne show.
First of all, I want to have great show with Veljko.
Ja nie walczę jedną techniką, ja zawsze to intuitywnie podbieram.
I don't only have one technique, like I don't only fight in King's Move. I have many of them and I choose them precisely for my opponent.
I ja zrozumiem to, jak złapię swojego oponenta, poczuję odległość, wysokość, co dam radę zrobić.
And he will understand it when he will catch your hand. He will feel everything. How he will look at the height. He will look at the how wide.
Let me stop you here. Maybe, but when he grabs Veljko's hand, he will think that he will destroy him because Veljko has very comfortable hand. He gives you very good grip. He's the most comfortable guy to arm wrestle with
bardzo luźno i będziesz myślał,
before the start.
Bo on przed startem stoi maksymalnie luźno, nie wiesz czego się od niego spodziewać, dopiero na starcie on zaczyna.
You see how he is smiling, but when the match starts, his whole structure somehow changes. I have never seen this in my life.
On nigdy czegoś takiego nie widział, że przed meczem się uśmiecha i jest spokojny, a w trakcie meczu nagle się zmienia i atakuje.
Something like Kazakh guys are doing. You can see it in his eyebrows. He's Kazakh a little bit.
Jeżeli patrz na jego brwi, myślę, że jest z Kazachstanu.
Okej. Tak trafiło, że jak zaczynałem karierę armwrestlerską, mój pierwszy przeciwnik główny miał bardzo luźną rękę i bardzo szybki start.
It happened that his first arm wrestling opponent ever has similar style to Veljko, so when he was standing, his hand was just very comfortable, not wide, and he was very fast in the beginning.
I ja rozumiem, że to może być trudne, zwłaszcza ja nigdy nie walczyłem z wielkim przeciwnikiem, który walczy w hak.
And I understand it might be hard also because I have never fight against a big tall opponent who is fighting in hook. He was always fighting with tall guys that are top rollers.
Temu postaram się po prostu zrozumieć, co wydarzy się po pierwszej rundzie i po pierwszej rundzie już będę robić konsekwencje i pracować.
So he just wants to understand what Veljko is up to in the first round, and after that he's going to create a plan of destruction. He didn't say that, I called it that way. Myślałem, że zaplanujesz plan destrukcji.
You know, in the last podcast when the Serbian guys translated for Nemanja, they also did put some words in as well, like this.
I gotta
But more
support my
crazy, you know, they started trash talking for him and stuff like this. But
no. I'm a lady, but I gotta support my man.
yeah. We have Rivko in the comments saying Devon Larratt is your inspiration. He has to say, you need more trash talk to say that he's your inspiration. Okay, not in all ways.
Maybe później.
Devonlarratt, Góra, potrzebujesz może więcej jakiegoś gadania, żeby powiedzieć, że on jest twoją inspiracją.
Veljko, who you have a very good team. You mentioned Alexander Stankovic. He is also your coach, we can say, right?
Yes.
Ja to można
You guys pull also a similar style, but with some differences. Do you have some professional arm wrestler, let's say on the biggest level in the world, which who you look up to and try to pull similar like?
Wiesz, i stara się walczyć tak jak
Or
on.
no?
Pytanie do Veljko.
Yes, of course I have.
Oczywiście.
I think it's Ivan Matushenko.
To jest
Jelżan.
For me, he's big legend.
Dla mnie jest kolega.
And I have some similar with him in hook.
I walczę innego w haku.
And second, my favorite arm wrestler is Hermes Gasparini,
Jego drugi ulubiony to jest Gasparini.
because he's crazy when he pull on the table,
Walczy
and he proves that Levan can be stopped.
że Lewan może być zatrzymany.
It's beautiful. Very nicely said. So you believe in June, the king will fall.
Czyli wiesz, że w
We
czerwcu
will see.
zobaczymy.
This is what Hermes said also when I asked him. I saw him in Italy now, and I asked him, Hermes, will you beat Levan in June? And he said, we will see. I will do my best. I will do my best. He doesn't want to say anything and then go and maybe not deliver. But I think he looks
Amazing.
I mean, amazing shape. Really great what he's doing. Unbelievable. I have one more question, let's say in this direction, then we're gonna move back to your guys' match. Kuksa, you said your inspiration for the sport is No Limits Devon Larratt. For me is the same. So this is why I want to ask you this question. Do you believe that this weight gaining will be something that will help him in his future matches? Or how do you see this weight gaining from Devon Larratt?
Dla Devona Larratta, jak mu to widzi to, że nabiera wagę?
Myślę, że dobrze, ponieważ umie tej wagi się korzystać, umie tą wagę nabierać nie tylko w brzuch, no i w ręce i nabiera siłę do tego.
I think it will be good for him because when he's gaining the weight, it's not only like he's getting heavier, but he can wisely use that weight. It's not like his belly is growing and he's getting fat, but he can use it in his arms.
Jego kontrol i tak jest na poziomie praktycznie równy do Lewana i jeżeli on wzmocni się o 15-20% w swoich ruchach kontroli, no to on będzie niepokonany.
His hand control is almost as good as Levan's, and if he will be better in his control moves, like 15-20%, he will be unbeatable.
Veljko, what do you think was missing in Devon's chain last time when he faced Levan?
Co myślisz, że ostatnio mu brakowało?
Maybe I think he needs to do more bicep curls, some exercise for biceps.
You mean biceps, really biceps, or you mean like hammer curls, biceps curls?
It doesn't matter. I think
you think his arm was not strong enough?
I think his back pressure, hammer.
Myślę, że mu brakowało back pressure, młotka, coś takiego.
It's very interesting. So many people, have have their opinions when it comes to this match. I always like to talk about it because it's, for me, is the biggest match of all times. And I think we're gonna see the third match maybe end of the year, maybe next year. But let's get back to business. Let's get back to your guys' match. Veljko, how do you train for this opponent? How do you prepare for an opponent you in a style you never pulled on the table? How is your preparation, and what are you focusing more? What are you focusing on more than in a, let's say, regular preparation?
Now I start training only sparring. I have 2 sparrings in 1 week, and I start to focus more on my cup and press.
One second, Veljko. Paulina, I think you have to be a little bit more quiet, because when he speaks and you speak, for me, because I hear you both, and it stops his sound, and then I think that people probably cannot hear him what he's
I will
talking.
whisper.
Sorry. Veljko, move on, my friend.
I start more focusing on my cup and my press, because I think it's gonna need to get stronger there.
When you say press, you mean flop press or you mean hook press?
Both. If I feel I can cup him, I can go on regular press. But if he took my wrist, that's why I train flop press.
But for the match to go this way, okay, to go, let's say you win the center, and it goes into this match, what we are talking about the whole time, you have to be strong to do this. Do you think that you are strong enough to do something like this, or do you think that that Kuksa is maybe Kuksa's, because we never saw him pulling so much international, we don't know how strong he is. Are you worried a little bit about this, or you think the power will not be very important?
I think I have much more. I'm much more better in side press, so I think I will take his center. But if it not be like that, I have very strong bicep, and I think I can hold him in defense hook. So it's gonna be difficult for him to pin me, definitely.
Very interesting. I'm super excited. As we talk, I'm getting more and more excited. Kuksa, you see your opponent speaking. He says he's also preparing his flop press. He's also preparing hook press, offensive hook. This is why I ask him. Let's say you are the stronger man, and he doesn't get your center, and it doesn't go this way as we spoke the first half of the podcast. How is your ability to finish when you start from the beginning? I saw some videos. Your top roll is amazing, but do you think you will be able to, let's say, if you win the center but not take the wrist completely from Veljko, will you be able to finish the match quickly, or this is not even your plan and you want to drag it out a little bit longer and go into the endurance part of the game?
Szczerze mówiąc, plany są planami, ale rzeczywistość może być absolutnie różna i ja znam tylko jedno, że na pewno walka nie będzie szybka, czyli że postaram się zrobić tak, żeby każdy round był zaciągnięty maksymalnie. To na pewno będzie walka bardziej na wytrzymałość, niżeli na flashpiny czy coś takiego.
To be honest, a plan is only a plan, but we will all see it at the table. But my goal is for sure to not have very short match. He wanted to be a long show, and there won't be fast flash pins. He want an endurance fight and he want to give a show.
Temu ja przegram tą Vendetta tylko w przypadku, jeżeli 3 rundy ja będę przypięty do poduszki w ciągu kilku sekund.
So the only scenario in which he is losing the Vendetta is if Veljko will actually be able to flash pin him quick, but otherwise he's playing a long and endurance needed match.
An entertaining match.
Yeah.
Veljko was laughing when you said that he wants to do it a long match. Veljko, you are so nice, man. I mean, both of you guys are so nice to each other. I mean, no need for some trash talking and stuff. Kirsten is here to make the show.
I respect him really, and I don't think it's necessary to do trash talk.
But brother, I don't know who should be on the other side for you to trash talk. You are such a humble and nice guy always. I know you like this. So for me, it would be very funny if you trash talk.
Thank you.
Ja uważam, że w ogóle oprócz trash-talku może być zdrowa, ciekawa konkurencja, jak na przykład między Laletiным i Morozowym była, kiedy 2 atlety mieli przyjaźń, a przy tym mieli bardzo fajną i ciekawą walkę, wszyscy na to czekali, wszyscy to obgadywali i był duży, wielki interes.
He thinks it's the best for him to have very healthy sport culture and to be against each other, but also have a lot of respect. And example is Morozovsky.
Lalety Morozov.
His example is Valentin and Morozov when they had their fight, and it was very interesting for everyone, even though they were friends in private life. And Sava likes it this way, to be respectful to their opponents and take it professionally as a sport athlete.
You know, what's funny. I understand 90% of what he is talking, you know, because for people who don't know, my wife is also Polish, so I try to understand as much as possible. So the last sentence I understood everything he said.
So why I'm even here?
No, I'm not so good. You have to be here. You have to be here. Let's start with Veljko. Veljko, beside your match, first, are you surprised that Nemanja Milanovic got the match against Ethan Lovey now?
Yes, I'm super surprised, and I'm happy for Nemanja because he's so dedicated in training, and I think he deserves that.
100%. This is why he got the match also. It was, I don't want to speak in every podcast about this, but it was very difficult because when Filip Stahlhofen got injured, we switched so many opponents, and I was looking up in Italy, I was looking up in Slovakia, in Czech Republic, also in Bulgaria, but then I was thinking, man, there's this guy who is so dedicated and giving his everything to the sport. I think he deserves it, and I called him, and he immediately said, let's do it. You know, I asked him, Pope, what do you think? Can you make the match interesting with Ethan? Will it be close? And he said, no, brother. And I was like, how do you mean no? I will destroy him. That's why no.
Maybe.
We will see. Which matches, Veljko, are you excited to watch besides your match?
Well, probably Sandris and
Chelish. This will be great, man.
And also Nemanja Vejic
Mhm.
and his opponent, I don't know his name.
Michael Neumann, the German champion. Yeah.
Nemanja Vejic, definitely.
What about you, Kuksa? 9 more matches beside your and Veljko's match. One of them, your fiance pulling. I suppose you're preparing her very good and watching her training. Which matches, let's say, besides your match and Paulina's match, are you excited to see in the Lion Pride Arm Wrestling League 2 event?
Ogólnie ja całkowicie lubię arm wrestling, zwłaszcza jak już poznałem atletów, którzy będą startować i dlatego mi każda walka jest bardzo ciekawa. Ja nie chcę kogoś wykreślać, czy mówić, że ten jest ciekawy, a ten nie. Każdy ma swój styl bardzo ciekawy i przeciwniki są podebrane bardzo fajnie, dlatego mi będzie ciekawo zobaczyć każdy mecz.
It's hard for him to choose one. He's a huge fan of arm wrestling overall, so he's waiting for all the matches. He see individual style in every match, every athlete, so he just wants to see it all.
Great. So before we move on to the next question, I just wanted to say how easy and how amazing it is to work with Paulina and with Kuksa. They are very professional in what they're doing in all sense when it comes to everything. Videos, training videos, workout videos, match videos. So with you guys, it was very easy to do everything. I mean, it was you have everything prepared. I feel like I ask you something and it's in 5 minutes is there in very good quality. So this is this I wanted to touch on this. I think it deserves to be said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
We
much.
try our best.
We have special forces too in the comments. Devonlarratt in the shadows, I suppose, is in every podcast. And he says, Alexa, ask Paulina if she saw the story of Gabor Sokac he posted. I reposted it, I think, where Nora's hand is as big as his hand, and he is the 85-kilo champion of Hungary. Did you see this?
Yes, because he tagged me and he sent me a private message. So of course I saw
Okay.
it. But honestly, we were on our family trip this weekend, so I didn't, answer it too much. But yeah, I saw it.
Okay. And what do you think about it?
Widziała na rękę?
Tak, pyta się, czy widziałam rękę i co ja o tym myślę. I have fought with people with much bigger hands than mine and won. I have fought with people with much bigger hands than me and lose. So I think it may be a little advantage sometimes, but overall, I think it don't say anything about the match.
Talking about hand size now, Veljko said he's very excited about the match of Nemanja Vejic. Nemanja has the smallest thumb ever. His thumb is like this, and he fights this guy with huge hands from Germany. I think it will be very, very tough for Michael Neumann to set up against Nemanja Vejic in the setup, with those small thumb. Do you agree, Veljko?
Yes.
Trump tam nie będzie wychodził, co kuć.
So let's see now. I did never ask this question in the previous podcasts. What do you think, Veljko, will be the match of the night, the most interesting match of all matches? We have Matija Vecola and Ivan Serafimovski, two inside hook pullers who will probably have the longest match of all matches.
Yes, but I think my match and Kuksa match will be amazing.
You think it will be the best match of the night?
Maybe we'll see, but I think.
Wow. Same question for Kuksa.
Also,
This is great. I'm very excited. I'm getting more and more excited as we talk. I said it already about your guys' match. I think it will be phenomenal. Veljko, do you have something that you want to ask your opponent?
I think maybe after the match, what will be result?
Okay, so what will be the final result?
Yes.
What does Kuksa think?
Jak myślisz, jaki będzie finalny punkt meczu?
Na pewno to nie będzie jednostronne. Myślę, że będzie trochę 2-3, 3-2, coś takiego, albo 3-1. No na pewno każdy da radę zabrać po rundzie. Myślę, że albo wytrzymałością, albo prędkością.
He thinks that both of you will take at least 1 or 2 win rounds. It won't be like 5-0, it will be like 3-2 or 4-1, something like this. He thinks that both of you will win at least once.
And what do you think, Veljko? We will be the final score.
I think I will beat him 3-2 for me.
Myślę, że on sobie wygra 3-2.
Okay.
Man, if this
But
goes
we'll
5
see.
rounds, it will be phenomenal. I think it will be amazing. It will be amazing.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Czy ty masz jakieś
Does Kuksa have some questions for his opponent?
Czy chcesz się go coś spytać?
Ja chciałem spytać na temat sparingów, bo to on powiedział, że robi sparingi 2 razy w tygodniu i czy on tak planuje do samego końca robić, czy na odwrót odpoczywać i ile czasu odpoczywa? Bardzo ciekawe, zawsze wszystkich pytam.
He wanted to ask about sparrings because he's always curious about the recovery. So you said you are doing 2 sparrings per week, and he wanted to ask if your plan is to do 2 sparrings per week to the very end week before the vendetta, or are you going to rest before that and skip the sparrings? And for how long? If so, then for how long?
I think my last sparring will be 10 days before tournament.
Mm-hmm. And you plan to do every week two sparrings like this?
Yes.
You don't have problems with you go 100% in every sparring or no?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Every sparring 100%, 100%. Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. It's amazing for me as well. I mean, I have done it. I suppose Kuksa has also done it, but for 4 or 5 weeks after another to do 100% sparrings 2 times a week, I will not be able to do this. And Veljko, your style is very much depending on elbows and tendons and stuff like this. So this is also answering my questions, how you are so strong in some angles, and how can you get so tight? How does your angles hold and your chain hold so good? And here we have the answer. You pull a lot. You have a lot of table times and something like Bulgarians too.
Yes, Bulgarians definitely.
Let's say best case scenario. First, Veljko, you win this match. What will be your wish? Who will be your wish to pull next?
In Lion Pride next.
Yes.
Maybe this French guy, Plovey.
But in which category, brother? You have 90 kilos. I look at you right now. Your shoulders look like this. You sit like this.
Wait.
Yes, you are right.
I think because you know he, when we searched opponent for him now, and we ran out of options, he told me, ask Veljko Petrovic. I swear.
Yeah, it's 70
and I
kilos.
told him, brother, he is 90 kilos. How do you want to pull him now? For you, for Kuksa and for Paulina, Veljko was pulling at 80 kilo category last year, right?
Yes, last year.
So he gained over 10 kilograms. What's your weight now, Veljko?
83.
83? Really? Last time I saw you,
No, sorry, 93.
93.
No. Last time in national, I was 80.
Yes, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much weight. And you think you can cut again to 80 or no?
No.
You like to eat, eh?
Yes, I like to eat. It's too much for me. I regularly always I have 82, 83.
And you were cutting down to 80, like 2 kilograms.
Yes.
And now 93. 13 kilograms impossible. And you are not even, let's say, fat or something like this.
No.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much you gained. He's like, but you are also very young, you know, you are still growing. This is why your weight changed. Kuksa, what was your weight in let's say in the last 3 years? You were always at that weight or not? Because you are not, Veljko is like almost 190 centimeters tall. You put on so much size on your frame, you know, your forearms, your arms, your shoulders, everything. Were you always this weight, or were you less weight couple of years ago?
Jak zacząłem armwrestling, był 70, po 1,5 roku ja zacząłem ważyć już 80.
So when he started doing arm wrestling, he weighed 70 kilos after first year.
Tak, 1,5 roku.
First 1.5 year, he was
80.
80 kilos.
K 3 jak miałem już 3 lata arm wrestlingu, to już z ciężkością robiłem 8,6.
3 years into arm wrestling, it was always difficult for him to cut into the 86 kilo category.
I zazwyczaj ważyłem 90 i robiłem 8,6.
And he was usually 90 kilos on daily basis, and then he was cutting into competition to 86 kilos category.
I czułem, że za każdym razem bardzo dużo siły mi to zabiera.
He felt like he was losing his power because of that. He was losing a lot of water. He was not eating before the competition.
I wybrałem walczyć w 9,5, bo w 9,5 ja zawsze jestem, że mam jeszcze 2 kilo do przodu, mogę jeszcze nabierać i mięśni, i siły i nie muszę się nie odwadniać, nie głodować i nic takiego.
So he decided to go and stay in 95 kilo category. He feels comfortable there. He don't have to worry about cutting his weight. He's not 95 at this moment. He has still like 2-3 kilos to the limit, so he can eat, he can gain some muscle, and it's very.
And his wife cooks a lot of food, and he can eat normally, not
Yes.
worry about eating.
Yes. You know, when we met, I don't know if I told you this today. I don't remember, but when we met, he was 68 kilos. So during our whole relationship.
So you made him huge.
Yeah,
You made him so massive.
I created a monster.
What are the forearm size?
Jaki masz rozmiar przetrenowy?
Tak naprawdę nie mam za duże ramię, ja mam jego 37,5, ale mierzę jego nie przypięte mu do siebie, czyli że w kącie 90 stopni, czyli tak o.
He says his forearm is not too big actually. It's 37.5 centimeters, but when he's checking it, he's not doing it like this, but in 90-degree angle.
Okay, so in 90-degree angle you flex like this and it's 37. This is huge, because when you flex, if you were to flex like this, I think it's over
Maybe 14 plus.
I think 42 or more probably. It
Yeah,
looks massive. It looks very, very big. And your wrist also looks very huge.
Chociaż nadgarstek mam tylko 19,5.
He said his wrist is small because he has only 19.5 centimeters in wrist.
Tylko że po prostu jak robię ćwiczenie i napinam się, no to ścięgna mi troszkę robią to szerzej.
Just he said that when he's exercising and putting a lot of pressure, it makes it look bigger.
He's very humble. He looks very big in every video and picture you sent me. He looks
Taki skromny, bo wygląda
very massive.
duży, a taki skromny.
Thanks very much.
Does he still do calisthenics or only focusing on arm wrestling right now?
Robisz calisthenics, czy tylko się skupisz na wrestlingu?
Nie potrafię robić kalistyniki ze względu na to, że po prostu ona też bije po ścięgnach i ja nie potrafię po prostu trenować, a ja nie mam tak, że trenuję czasami, czy gotujesz do czegoś, ja trenuję cały czas na maksimum i moja przerwa to jest tylko przed zawodami 2 tygodnie.
He tried to mix calisthenics and arm wrestling, but he was unable to because
Mm.
due to the arm wrestling training during calisthenics, his tendons were in pain, and he's training on his maximum the whole year. His breaks are only if we have some competition. Beside that, he's always maximizing his training the whole time. So he do not do calisthenics now.
What is his most impressive lift for himself? What does he think?
Jaki jest twój najbardziej imponujący lift w pomyśleniu czegoś dla ciebie, jak myślisz?
No młotek, że i mógł zrobić 61,5.
A jak to wygląda?
No, czyli że hammer młotek wysoki.
Ale na siedząco, na stojąco?
Tak, a ogólnie nie mam pranacy Larata 57 kg odryw pranacy Larata. Ja
A jak się to robi?
Larat lifter się nazywa.
Ale jak to się...
Yeah, devonlarratt lift.
Explaining,
Yeah.
yes, the Larratt lift, he said something about hammer, like in Larratt lift he has
Larat lift
51,
57 kg,
57,
hammer and
but
wyższą kącie.
I don't remember how this exercise looked like, so that's...
Back pressure hammer 60 kilos.
61 and 5.
Że back pressure, że na młotek.
Nie, od ziemi jakby.
From the floor, i robisz na stojąco?
But like statically holding or moving it up?
Moving.
60 kilos.
Ale jakby robię krótki ruch i tylko kilka razy.
He's doing short moves. It's not a full angle. It's just, a few short moves. And he's standing, taking it from the floor, taking up and doing few short...
Wait. He takes 60 kilos. He stands up and he does like this. 60 kilos. Veljko, brother, you stay home.
Ale to nie znaczy, że to wystarczy na hak biegu.
But he said it doesn't mean it's enough for Veljko's hook.
Ogólnie staram się nie wydzielać jakiś ruch, bo ja serio staram się trenować wszystko na maksimum i ja doceniam siebie po najsłabszym punktu. Temu staram się nie chwalić po najsilniejszemu, a mówię najsłabsze swojej zony.
So he's not trying to focus on his strongest points and I also think this way, and I really appreciate when people and trainers do that. He sees his value and he's taking his point of view from his weakest point. So to compare himself to someone, his weakest point is telling him the true is showing the true strength of him, and I agree with that, because you may be super strong at something, but when they find your weak point, you're gone. So he's focusing it on during his training the whole time. He don't want to only brag about his the strongest points, but he's focusing on the weak points, because that's where he sees his strength, and his weak points is creating that.
Veljko, what is going through your mind when you hear these numbers?
That weight is really amazing, but I think weight with some exercise in training don't have matters in sparring or tournament on match.
100%. Ja uważam, że waga liczy się tylko ta, która jest za stołem i powtarza ruch.
Slava agrees, because he thinks that the only thing that can show you how strong you will be at the table is the weight that you can pull at the table. Others exercise can help you, but your true strength is this what you can do when you are fighting at the table.
Temu ja doceniam się na stole, na najsłabszym ruchu i w tym już oceniam siebie. I tylko wszystko za stołem i trenuję.
So he's looking at his accomplishments in his weakest move at the table training, because that's what's showing how strong he'll be.
I saw him doing much more closer angle work from let's say 90 degrees here. I think last week he posted a video where he does from 90 degrees here, like he is super strong in this angle, very strong. But I saw him doing also exercises to close the angles, which I find very, 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 very good. But Veljko, now coming to you, you said that weights, a lot of weight lifting, let's say, is not so important because it cannot translate on the table in the sparring. or let's say, but how do you then explain people like, okay, I don't want to be this guy who's like, but how Devon, but you see how Devon Larratt, he doesn't have training partners who can do anything with him in the training. He pulls for 2 hours and then he can, have a good training when it comes to table time. You think his way of training to find, let's say, the exercises which target his angles on the table exactly, and then build weight there is better, or you think the Bulgarian style of training is better, where you progress by arm wrestling? And let's say John Brzenk, the greatest arm wrestler of all time, is also doing it like this.
I think Devon is smartest arm wrestler in the world, and he has best style for training. I think his angles are so good, and he can use all of them in the match.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's a sport with so many athletes and so many different people. Like we spoke, at the beginning, I said how comfortable you are when you grip up with you. Petros Peridis, also from Greece, also
Yeah,
super comfortable when you grab his hand, small hand. He's very relaxed. But this is what makes you guys so dangerous, is this factor of surprise and this explosiveness you have. And I will never forget this. Neil Pickup told me this. We sit in a bar, and eat together, and he showed me a thing. He told me, tense your arm, and he will try to move to he was like this, and I was tensing my arm, and he tried to move it in a direction, and in this direction, or this direction, or this direction. And however I was flexing, let's say, or focusing to not get moved, I was moved from him by only one finger, like this, because you don't know when the pressure is going. And then I realized something, that the factor of surprise, which he said, very nice, to attack from the shadows, because the attack you don't see is the most dangerous attack. And I think this is 100% true, and it's very powerful in the sport, and I was using it from this moment on a lot. And last competition, for example, I pulled in Serbia, the guys were much stronger than me. So
yes,
strong.
I know.
I pulled in the category. You're from your club.
Yeah.
So many guys pulled. Super strong guys. We had also some guys 115 kilo, 120 kilos, strong guys.
Yeah.
When we come to the table, they flex my hand. I was like, they're gonna break me. And then you take your setup, a little bit Devon Larratt style. Take your setup, take whatever you need, fully relax, and then explode. And I think this is very dangerous, man. This is very dangerous.
Guy who was in your category first place, he was so strong, and I think he don't train so long. He's new in this sport.
But you saw, I hit him first spin. I hit him and he catch me like this high above the pad, bam, and he cupped me, and then I slipped. It was without the straps, but in the straps, his true power showed. Kuksa, so we explained, this is a guy. He was I think training soccer or something like this. He's 115 kilos. He is doing also 60 kilo back pressure, but full movement like this. Now we saw some training videos, crazy strong. He's from Republika Srpska. It's like a part in Bosnia where, let's say, Serbian people live. Crazy strong guy, crazy, very big potential. He's also very young. I think he's 22 or 23.
Yes.
Crazy strong, really, really big potential. So in the future, when we finish this event, I will be very happy if we find time. We take Kuksa and we go to Serbia with him to train with different guys and visit different clubs.
Yes, I would like to.
No jasne.
Of course.
Ja uwielbiam armwrestling, mi wszystko z armwrestling się podoba.
He said he just loves arm wrestling. He loves anything about arm wrestling, so he's up to anything that has something to do with arm wrestling.
Let's read some comments and then we can close the show slowly. If you guys don't have anything else to say, we have
What's it?
Rivko is making fun of everybody here the whole time. Of me, then he was making fun of Veljko. Veljko said, main answer for Veljko, yes.
Yes, I read that.
Rivko, what is this, brother? You have problems with Veljko, you see his shoulders? Please, brother, don't.
I don't know where this guy is from. Rivko.
Rivko, I think he's Bosnian or Serbian as well, but I think he lives in somewhere else. I think he's lives in America, but he is our guy. But I don't know. Special forces timing is crucial factor in a super match. If Veljko is really like Alexa says, what is your plan, Kuksa, when it comes to explosivity?
Czas jest okrutny, walka, że walka jest super szybki. Jaki jest twój plan, Kuksa?
No mój plan jest taki, żeby po prostu zahamować. I jak zahamuję, to raczej zacznie się moja gra.
His plan is simply to stop Veljko, and when he stops him, then his game starts.
A jak się nie uda zahamować, no to ja nic nie zrobię.
If he won't be able to stop him, then that's it.
As Neil Pickup says, put the brakes on Veljko.
Znaczy potrenuję za rok, wrócę na rewanż.
If he said that if he would lose with Veljko, it means that he just have to train even more and in a year come back stronger. And that's it.
I'm very excited. I think you guys also are as well. I think it's gonna be a great match, 100%. As the time comes. Rivko says he's from Novi Pazar. Dušanova Garda, brother, I destroyed everybody from your club in the last competition.
Ja mislim da sam i ja. Tako da, pozdrav za veliki, za Novi Pazar.
He says nothing against Veljko, just trying to make you guys laugh. Thank you, brother. Of course, we're just making funny times. Guys, Paulina, I want to thank you for taking your time from your night joining the live. I think it was very fun. We answered some questions that need to be answered. You guys faced for the first time like this. Soon, in 4 weeks and a little bit, you will face first time on the table. I'm very excited. 3rd of May, Vienna, Austria, Lion Pride ArmWrestling League 2. Veljko Petrovic from Serbia will face. Sorry, I don't want to say your name wrong, brother. Viachaslau Kuksa from Poland in a best of 5 super match in the men's middleweight division, 95 kilograms. If you are too far away to join us and watch live, pay-per-view link is in the description. Enjoy the show. We will have the greatest production in arm wrestling from a very good team recording. The show will be phenomenal. Planned something very special, never seen before in arm wrestling. Thank you everybody for joining and watching the podcast. Thank you, Veljko. Thank you, Kuksa. Thank you, Paulina.
Thank you also. Very interesting.
I saw we have one more question in the comments.
One more? Let's see.
Yeah.
You want to read it? You can read it if you want.
Okay. Denis Travolta asked, we have heard about Kuksa's strongest lifts. May you ask Veljko about his strongest lift or the lift that he's most proud of?
Veljko, what is your strongest lift?
I think bicep curl, one arm, 55 kg, 3 times clean reps.
What is clean reps? Show us the range of motion.
Full motion.
With left arm.
with left arm and right.
So you don't have this balance in your arms. Your both
In
arms are very
bicep,
strong.
no.
Yeah.
I think it's the same.
That's great. That's great. What does Kuksa think when he hears this?
To naprawdę bardzo dużo, bo mój rekord w lato był 50/3 w pełnym zakresie, tylko że bardziej jeszcze podłączam do tego bok, nieczysty biceps, taki pół bok, pół biceps, też w pełnym zakresie i uważam, że 55/3 to jest bardzo dużo.
He thinks it's really impressive because when he was doing like half year ago, similar exercise, but not like clean biceps, but biceps with side pressure, he did 50 kilos on 3 reps. So it's really impressive for him.
I think Veljko is doing it also.
Yes, the same.
Yeah.
Yes, side and bicep.
Że on też tak robi, że to nie rzeczywisty bok, tylko jakby...
Very, very strong.
Thank you.
I only
Okay.
think about straps match when I see this.
Oh, strap
Yeah,
match
definitely.
100% or what is this? I think it will be strap match. But Veljko maybe doesn't want straps. Maybe he wants to try without straps.
First round, I think no strap.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Two
Okay.
rounds, 3 rounds, strap only, okay.
So he will probably try to sleep and go to straps. I mean, you need the strap for everything, for your style.
Możesz próbować wycisnąć, wiesz, paski, bo przecież swojego stylu walki.
Na lewe ręce ja dobrze się czuję i bez pasków, i w paskach.
On left hand, he can fight in his style even without straps.
Very interesting.
But I think he needs straps more than me.
Myślę,
I think so
że
as well.
potrzebujesz pasków bardziej niż on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Veljko. I'm very excited, guys. Like I said, one more time, let's close it properly. 3rd of May, Vienna, Austria. Kuksa against Veljko Petrovic. Best of 5 super match middleweight division. Paulina will be there, also pulling Nora. We have, besides those 2 matches, 8 more phenomenal matches. I want to thank everybody for joining. I want to thank you guys one more time for joining the live. I'm having a very, very great video coming up. I think probably tomorrow. I worked the whole day on this video today.
Can't wait to see this.
And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Veljko, where is... Whoa.